Now, when I say what's your name, I want you to shout out your real name, okay? What's your name? Terrific. Now, this time I want you to shout a pretend name, somebody that you're really not, but think it might be fun to pretend to be. What's your name?
Donatello.
Great. Let's practice one more time. When I say where are you from, I want you to tell me the real true name of the town that you live in. Okay? Where are you from? Now this time I want you to shout a pretend place, somewhere where you might like to live in someday. Oh, the moon, Dingledale, Idaho, Neverland. Where are you from? Make believe. Everybody does it. When you're grown up, when you're small. Especially when you're small. I'm Cecilia and I'm from Stockton. And something that I used to pretend when I was little was, I was this tiny, tiny little cat, and I would tromp around all around the forest. And something that Misty used to pretend when she was little was,
I used to pretend I had magical powers. I could make all my dolls come to life.
All right. Let's get on with the show. Presenting now for your pleasure and your profit. If you will listen attentively to the great wisdom that is in these stories, fairy tales that have been told and retold for over hundreds of years, collected and written down in Germany by the Brothers Grimm. Well, now, I don't know about all this, but what if make-believe is bad for you? I mean, what if it warps your mind? It doesn't teach you to cope with the realities of life. Animals that talk, open sesame, ridiculous. Don't you think that these stories should be more like real life? I think real life should be more like the story.
All she ever did was cry.
Oh, I can't stand this any longer. I can't stand it.
Cheerless, dear Cheerless, please smile for Mother.
It's been like this all her life.
Why won't she laugh? Why won't she chuckle or chortle or snort? Why won't she snicker or giggle or grin? Oh, when will the princess begin to laugh? Why won't she laugh? Why won't she guffaw or cackle or roar? Why won't she titter or snicker or shake? Oh, what can we do that will make her laugh? Chuckle or chortle or snort, or snicker or giggle or grin. Why won't she titter or snicker or shake? Or guffaw or cackle or roar? When will the princess? Oh, when will the princess? Oh, when will the princess? Oh, when will the princess begin to laugh?
Laughter is the general word for the sound made in expressing mirth, amusement, joyousness, etc. It's really very simple. Let me show you. Eyes wide open, sparkling, sparkling, corners of the mouth, turn up, air rushes up through the lungs, and there you have a laugh. Well, actually, it should be a little more joyous than that.
No, you fool, no! You can't teach somebody to laugh. You have to make them laugh.
All right, you laugh.
No, not like that. You make them laugh by wanting to laugh, by having to laugh, by doing something funny. But we've tried everything.
Heard any good jokes lately?
Hey, how? Why didn't the chicken cross the road?
We tried
daughter laugh? Give, that's it. We'll have a contest. Anyone who's able to make my daughter laugh will win her hand in marriage and be the next king.
Couldn't you come up with a plan that showed a little bit more equal opportunity?
Yeah.
My daughter's hand in marriage or 10,000 bags of gold.
Isn't it exciting?
Hurry, hurry, send out the word. We'll be back.
There once was a shoemaker.
And his wife, who through no fault of their own,
Had a very serious problem.
no flower in the cupboard, no coin in the purse,
No wood in the stove as the weather gets worse.
no milk to pour over the bread we don't have,
And what's
more,
We're poor.
But my dear, you know I don't love you for your money.
Well, I know that.
You're kind and you're honest, you're clever and smart, you're handsome and strong, and you have a good heart. You generously share all the wealth you don't have, and what's more,
I'm poor.
well, yes, that's true too. Poor us.
Dear Lord, it seems to be our turn to ask for a little help here. We're out at the elbows,
We're down at the heels.
the wolf's at the door, and we know how it feels.
We're hard up,
We're needy.
we're penniless too,
And what's more, we're poor. So that's the way it was. They lived from hand to mouth.
When they were lucky, that is.
Look, wife, we have only enough leather for one more pair of shoes. And after that, what will become of us?
It's late, husband. Don't worry about it tonight. Let's work on the shoes in the morning.
I'll just lay the leather out here ready to go.
So they said their prayers and went to bed. And while they were asleep, who should sneak into the house but two little naked elves?
Whoops, I forgot.
Oh no!
But you said naked.
Well, yeah, but...
Look, it's important to the story. In the end, she makes them all cook.
I know all that, but
What? What?
Well, it's cold in here. Do you want to catch pneumonia?
All right, just make believe, okay?
So these two little elves headed straight for the leather, singing and dancing.
We gotta do the dance.
We got to. Elves dance.
I didn't want this part in the first place.
Well, there's plenty that want it if you don't.
20,000 unemployed actors in New York City.
I'll do the dance.
someone sees it, someone finds out. That's what elves are all about. No one to hear, no one to see, no one to know that it was me.
Yeah, a nicer pair of shoes there never was.
In the morning, when the shoemaker and his wife were about to begin work on the shoes,
Well, what do we hear? Shoes and not a stitch out of place. You must have worked clear through the night.
not I. I never slept more soundly.
Could I have walked in my sleep and made shoes?
Never mind where they came from. Thank the Lord. And sell the shoes.
My good man, have you any shoes, fine shoes I mean, worthy feet such as mine?
You came on the right morning, sir.
Wonderful, I've been looking all over for such shoes. I'll take them. In fact, the rich man was so pleased with the shoes, he paid twice what was asked for them.
And the shoemaker and his wife were able to buy food for their supper and leather for 2 more pairs of shoes, which they laid out ready to work on in the morning.
And then they went to bed.
Hold it! What's the matter? 2 pairs of shoes?
So,
I think we better get some help.
what?
Look, I read the story before. First there's 2 pair, then 4 pair, then 8 pair, on and on. I'm not a young elf anymore.
What do you suggest?
You know, why should they sit around while we do all the work? Anybody out there want to be an elf?
Do you want to be an elf? Does anyone here want to be an elf? Do you want to be an elf? Come on up. You want to be an elf? All right.
Oh, they want to go too.
We can only have so many elves. Okay, first you've got to learn the routine. This is how we sing and this is how we dance while we make the shoes.
The next morning, the shoemaker and his wife went to begin work on the shoes, but
Look, it happened again. 2 beautiful pairs of shoes.
My good woman, are you looking for some shoes? But nothing ordinary will do. They must be a little suitable for my fine feet.
Like these.
Oh, exactly like those. They're perfect. The customer was so impressed with the shoes that she paid generously for them and sent her rich sister in to buy a second pair.
day after day, the same thing happened. The shoemaker and his wife would lay out the leather and go to sleep.
And while they were asleep,
Come on, everybody!
They've done it again! Look at all those shoes!
who do you suppose is doing this?
I don't know, but whoever is, it certainly made us rich. Thank the Lord. Sell the shoes.
Wait, if we're really thankful, we should do something about it. I know. Let's stay up late tonight and see who's doing this good deed for us. Then we can think of something to do for them.
Good idea.
So that night, they hid behind some curtains so they could see who was making our shoes for them.
And what they saw was amazing.
Come on, everybody.
Oh no! I can't do that! Not 13 elf outfits!
What are you talking about?
She says, oh, those poor little naked elves. They must be cold without any clothes on. Let's make them each an outfit with little shoes. But in the story, there were only 2 of them. Where did all these other elves come from?
Stick to the script. Just stick to the script.
All right. All right. Oh, those poor little naked elves. They must be awfully cold without any clothes on. I know. Let's make them each an outfit with little shoes.
Fine idea.
All day long, they worked and worked, making clothes for the elves and shoes. And then,
5, 6.
through the day, they worked and worked. And then,
8, 9.
by the light of their lamps, they worked and worked. And then, just before midnight,
13.
then they laid out all the clothes and shoes and hid again behind the curtain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And in just a little while,
Time for work, everybody.
Where are the shoes? Do you see any shoes?
But look, what's this?
It's clothes.
And it fits you. Put them
Oh,
on.
that's right there.
As for the shoemaker and his wife, they continued to prosper.
and grateful.
All their days.
And as for the elves, they danced out the door and were never seen again by the shoemaker or his wife.
But wherever they went, they did many good deeds and made many, many people very happy.
Thanks for your help. You guys were terrific elves, but you can go back to your seats now.
And next on our list of those wishing to try their luck at making our princess laugh is Mr. Jolly
Thank you. That will be all.
I thought it was very good.
And next on our list will be
No more for today. I can't take any more. Tell them to come back tomorrow.
Once upon a time, there were 7 unemployed soldiers who put their heads together
together and decided to go out and see the world, meet with great adventure, and perform many mighty deeds. The first one, and the bravest, was named Schultz.
Napoli was the second. Marley was the third. Italy was the fourth.
Michael was the fifth.
Hansi was the sixth. Micah was the last. And the least.
Off they went, full of fire and hope. Soldiers, brave are we, out to fight every army, fight each foe we see, and sing our soldier song.
For days they marched. For many weary miles they marched. But all was peaceful and quiet.
What? No dragons? No robbers? No thieves? No wild and ferocious beasts? Is there no adventure left in the world? We need a foe. What is a soldier without a foe?
For days they marched.
For many weary miles they marched, but all remained peaceful and quiet.
This peace and quiet is driving me crazy. We need a foe.
Schultz, maybe we ought to just go home.
Home? What are we, cowards?
No!
Left, right, day and night we sing our soldier song. Left, right, day and night we sing our soldier song. Oh! Look! A monster lying in the barrels with its ears standing up and its glassy eyes wide open. Look! Look, I say!
Shall we catch it?
It looks fierce. Wild, too.
And look at those long, long ears. And the whiskers. What shall we do? Let's leave.
No! It might follow us and swallow us. No! This is the moment we've been waiting for, to meet the foe and vanquish it. Ready, my braves, to battle! On your feet, you cowards! There is the foe before our very eyes! On your feet!
With all this noise, the rabbit woke up, took one look at his strange intruders, and hopped away.
Schultz!
What?
Can we go home now?
No!
But it was only a rabbit.
And do you know what that means?
What?
If that was not the foe, then the foe is still out there. Ready! Onward to glory! Soldiers brave are we, out to fight every army, fight each foe we see, and sing our soldier song.
Once there was a donkey who found himself in a dreadful situation. He lived a long and happy life filled with much work. But now he was growing old. I've climbed up the hill there, borne sacks to the hill there. I've worked for my master each day. Now I'm ailing, I'm failing. That's why I'm wailing. He says he will put me away. Good for nothing, not good for nothing. No wants a body to do. It's good for nothing, just good for nothing. If they sense it, then I guess it is true. Hee-haw! I've got to run away. But where will I go? What will I do? Oh, I brought with me everything in the world that I own. A good luck donkey shoe that my mother wore the day she was married. Oh, and a piece of petrified wood I found that day I got stuck in a swamp. And a bugle that I've had ever since I was a little feller. Father always told me I was really going to go places with my bugle, but I had to put away my dreams of becoming a great musician for a life of drudgery and toil. Oh, but now I'm free. I will go places with my bugle. I'll go to the city with my bugle. I'll join the town band to become a real musician. And so the donkey happily went on his way to the city. But before long, however, he came upon a hound.
An old hound who's panting heavily.
Why are you panting so hard, hound?
I'm running away.
Why?
I've run from my master. No hound could go faster. I caught every rabbit in sight. But I like a strong back now and stay with the pack now. He said he would shoot me tonight.
I'm going to become a musician. Oh, I'll play the bugle.
And I'll play the drum. Terrific! So off they went, on their way to become musicians. But before long, they met
a cat sitting along the roadside with a face as long as 3 wet Sundays. Meow.
What's the matter, cat?
I'm growing old.
Oh?
I was the best house cat. I caught every mouse that came creeping and crawling around. But my mission is blurry. I'd rather let her in. My mistress has said I'd be drowned. Good for nothing, I'm good for nothing. Oh, what will happen to me? See, I'm good for nothing, yeah, good for nothing. If she says it, then I guess it is true.
What a voice!
That was an E above the E above middle C if I've ever heard one. Do it again.
La.
Come with us, cat. We're going to the city to become town musicians. You can sing.
All right. So the donkey, the dog, and the cat went on their way to the city. But whom should they meet but
A rooster! And the whole rooster saw them.
What's the matter, Rooster?
This farm I was hatched on, this ground I have scratched on. I thought that I never would leave. But they're tired of my crowing, so dinner is going to feature the rooster this evening.
Good for nothing, I'm good for nothing. Oh, what will happen to me? See, I'm good for nothing, just good for nothing. If they say it, that's the way it must be. Oh, that's what they think. We're off to the city to become musicians. You can sing. You have a fine voice after all those years at con. Come along.
All right, I will. So they all went on their way to the city to become musicians. But as it was a long journey, they couldn't make it before dark, and they decided to spend the night in the woods.
They found a tree for shelter and made themselves a home.
The rooster flew to the top where he felt safest.
The cat made herself a home in the branches.
And and the dog and the donkey lay down on the ground.
I'm hungry. Does anybody have a bone?
Not that I'm not using.
I'm tired.
Hey, Rooster.
Yes?
What time do you get up in the morning?
As soon as I see light.
Oh, great. Great.
Good night, donkey.
Good night, Rooster.
Good night, dog.
Good night, Rooster.
Good night, cat.
Good night, Rooster. Good night, Donkey.
Enough. Just go to sleep, okay? What is it, Rooster?
It's morning. It is not morning. I see light. I see light.
Really, it's a house.
All hidden away in the woods.
Let's find it. I'm not at all comfortable here. Oh.
Could use a couple of bones with a little meat on them.
Well, let's go. So the animals set off in the direction of the light. And at last, they come to the house. Inside of the house was a gang.
Terrible. Horrible. Leaving. Robbers. I hope I live. The robbers all the way. No paper that was ever done. The honest man is robber.
I see a thing I wish was mine, so glad it can be. I walk right in and pick it up.
It's rock and roll with Sandy Michael's I hope I need a robbers like me. No paper that was ever done. The honest man is robber.
But he's got money and I've got guns. There's just one thing to do. I knock him down and grab a loot.
Here's the man who needs to show than you. I hope I need a robber all the way. No paper that was ever done. The honest man is too good to
In the meantime, the donkey peeked in the window to see what he could see.
What can you see, Donkey?
I see a table full of good things to eat and drink.
You do?
And I see a gang of robbers enjoying themselves.
Oh, we can all join them.
Join them? You'd be in the pot for sure, Rooster.
They stole that food. Doesn't belong to them any more than it belongs to us.
Yeah.
How can we get rid of them?
So the animals thought of a plan. The donkey was to stand by the window ledge. The dog was to climb on top of the donkey's back.
Hey, watch your bony knees.
The cat was to climb on top of the dog's head.
Are you sure?
And lastly, the rooster was to fly up and perch on top of the cat's head.
No. I think you've got it all wrong here. What was supposed to happen was the donkey was supposed to climb on the dog's back.
Oh, no. The dog was going to get on the rooster.
No. It was the pig.
Pig? There's no pig in this story.
Will you hurry up?
Yeah. Well, can we just skip this part? You get the general idea. Just make believe, right?
So the animals got into position and waited for the signal from the donkey.
And the robbers sat down for supper.
Dig in, mates. We're going to make this food for ourselves.
Now!
They ate as if they would never see food again for a month. And when they were through, they put out the light and each found a place to sleep.
The donkey chose a pile of straw for his bed.
The dog laid down behind the door.
The cat lay down by the fireside.
And the rooster roosted atop the house. Good night, donkey.
We did that already. Good night.
In the meantime, outside, the robbers watch the lights go out in the house.
You cowards! You miserable cowards! Why did you run out like a bunch of lily-livered...
Us, you!
I didn't run out! Somebody pushed me out!
Then why don't you go back in?
I'm tired.
I'll bet you anything you want to bet that you don't dare go back in there and stay there for 5 minutes.
What? I'll take that bet! If I win, you have to do my dishes for a whole week!
And if I win, you have to wash my socks.
All right! Oh, my arthritis!
Chicken, chicken, you are chicken!
I'll show you who's chicken!
So the robber chief went into the house and found everything quiet and dark. He went into the kitchen to light a candle.
Thinking that the blind eyes of the cat were growing cold, he had a match close to them so as to light it.
The dog that was lying there hit him in the leg.
There's a witch in the house! A witch! She breathed on me. Ugh. And she scratched my face with her long fingernails. And behind the door, there's a man with a knife. And he stabbed me in my leg. Ow. And out in the yard, there's a monster that beat me with a club. Ooh. And on the roof sits the devil, calling, "Bring that rascal here! Bring that rascal here!" Ah, my mother, she always said, crime doesn't pay. I'm giving it up, fellas. I'm going straight. My robbing days are through.
A house of our very own.
A home for all the age-weary cast-offs that society has used and thrown away.
Featuring the Senior Citizens Quartet.
We're musicians, yes, we're musicians. We'll fill the hills and flood the hills with song. When real musicians are real musicians, then all the world just has to sing along. With a bark and a break
And a meow and a cacophony.
we'll sing a whole life through. With a bark and a break and a meow and a cacophony, we'll sing for you. Oh, we're musicians, yes, we're musicians. We'll fill the hills and flood the hills with song. When your musicians are real musicians, then all the world just has to sing. All the world just has to sing. All the world just has to sing.
Why did the little moron tiptoe across the medicine cabinet so he wouldn't wake up the sleeping pills? Very well, let's get on with it. Who's next?
A marvelous new talent, Your Majesty. Why, if this doesn't make the princess laugh, I'll eat my hat. Presenting Magnificent Matt.
Once upon a time, there was a mother and a father who had 2 sons.
Hey, Mom!
Beginning. Once upon a time, there was a mother and a father who had 3 sons.
The eldest son was her pride and joy. He always did everything right.
The second was also their pride and joy. He also did everything right.
The third son was not their pride and joy. He never did anything right.
You can imagine that lad for the third son, Simpleton, was not very fun at all.
When you're handsome and then some, you have got it made, it's true. Life for you is a thing called wonderful, wonderful, yes, wonderful, wonderful me.
When you're skinny and anything you try to do goes wrong, there's a song you can sing called Stupid, Stupid. I'm the youngest son, I'm the only stupid one. That's why they call me Simpleton. I'm the youngest son, I'm the only stupid one. That's why they call me Simpleton.
Father, do let me go into the forest to cut some wood today.
Of course, my son.
Here, take this with you. A nice sweet cake and a bottle of cider, so you won't suffer from hunger or thirst.
Thank you, Mother.
In the woods, the eldest son met a little old gray woman. A strange looking.
Very strange looking. And the very strange looking little old gray woman said to him,
Please, I am so hungry and thirsty. Give me a drop of the bread in your pocket and a bit of your cider.
If I give you some of my bread and some of my cider, I shan't have enough for myself. Be off with you.
He left the little woman standing there and went on his way. But he'd not been long at work, cutting down the tree before he made a false stroke. He dug the axe into his own arm and was obliged to go home and have it bound up.
This, of course, was no accident. The little old gray woman,
very strange looking little old gray woman,
had magically brought it about. And the following day,
Father, I will go into the forest and cut some wood.
Very well.
Here, take this lunch with you. A nice sweet cake and a bottle of cider.
but the same thing happened to him. Do share with me your lunch. I am so hungry and thirsty. Just a bit of the cake in your pocket and a drop of your cider.
What? If I give you any, I shall have less for myself. Out of my way.
His punishment, however, was soon in coming. After taking a few blows at the tree, he hit his leg with the axe and had to hurry home. And then, on the following day,
Hey, Father, may I go into the forest today to axe some chop?
If your two very clever brothers wounded themselves in the process, you would surely kill yourself.
Please, let me try.
He's crazy.
Please, Father?
oh, very well, go. Perhaps you'll be wiser when you've hurt yourself.
Here, take this with you. His mother handed him a cake mixed only with water and baked in the ashes and a bottle of sour cider, and off he went into the forest.
Please! Share with me your lunch. I am so hungry and thirsty, just a bit of the cake in your pocket and a drop of your cider.
I only have a cake baked in the ashes and some sour cider, but you're very welcome to share it with me. The sweetest cake I ever tasted. Try. This very best cider.
Because you have such a good heart and are willing to share what you have with others, I will give you good luck. Do you see that old tree over there?
Yeah.
Cut it down and you will find something at its roots. gray woman disappeared.
Simpleton cut down the tree.
And when it fell,
Lo and behold,
A goose was among its roots.
a goose of pure gold. A very strange looking goose.
This bird is worth a fortune. It'll make me a rich man.
so off Simpleton went to an inn where he meant to stay the night.
Come on, duck.
Goose!
He tied the goose in the yard while he went in to see the landlord.
I must have a better from it.
Help! I'm stuck!
I'll go get Father.
Father, both stuck? No, keep away!
You are up to something. You know what I did is we had got to
Try as they might, they couldn't get loose from the goose. And that is how they had to spend the night. In the morning, when Simpleton came out, without even noticing the girls, picked up his goose and went on his way.
Come on, duck.
Goose!
Strange girls.
He met out up the field. They met the parson. For shame, you poor girl. Why are you running after the lad? You call that proper behavior for a young lady? See, I might say, where it says,